All right, welcome to your second video of the day. We just went over fractions if you watched that one, and now we're going to look at multiplying decimals. Basically the same thing as multiplying multi-digit numbers, but today when we look at decimals, we have to make sure that we look at the placement of the decimals at the end. So it's not like addition where our decimals drop straight down. We have to look at placement at the end. And we also don't have to line up our numbers. So let's say we're doing negative 1.75 and we're multiplying that by 2.34. Okay, again, first thing I'm going to do, because we know it's a topic that's commonly forgotten, is I'm going to look at my signs. So I have a negative times a positive, so my answer over here is going to be a negative. Now I will line up my numbers. Again, look at the organization of my work here. So I'm going to do 1.75 and I'm going to multiply by 2.34. In this situation, because of the numbers I chose, my numbers are going to line up, or my decimal points are going to line up. But again, in addition, multiplication, it's more important to line up your numbers than your decimal points. Okay, let's change my color here. So I'm going to multiply by 4 by everything. So 4 times 5 would be 20, carry the 2. 4 times 7 is 28, add the 2, I get 30. 4 times 1 plus 3 is 7. Okay, hopefully none of us forget our placeholder. Now I'm done with the 4, so I'm going to multiply everything by the 3. So I get 15, carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1, I get 22. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay, this time, since I'm on my second number, I need 2 placeholders. Uh-oh, my smiley face didn't really fit there very well. Now I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So I got 2 times 5 is 10, carry my 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Again, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Add everything up, I get 0, 5, 9, 9, 3. So hopefully you're with me so far. I know I went through that very fast, but I'm assuming at this point we know how to do this. So if you don't, you can rewatch the video, you can pause it, or you can raise your hand and ask me a question. So now comes the important part of the decimal point and where that should be placed. So the way to determine where a decimal point should be placed is to use how many numbers are behind your decimal point in the problem. So here I see I have 2 numbers behind my decimal point and then an additional 2 numbers here. So in my problem, I have 4 numbers behind my decimal point, and I want the same number of numbers to come behind the decimal point in the answer. So my decimal point is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So my final answer, we know it's negative, is going to be negative 3.995. You can put the 0 on there if you want to, but it is not required. I'm just going to kind of look up at my answer and make sure that makes sense. So I've got about 2 times about 2 should equal close to 4, and that is what my answer came out to be, or negative 4 in this situation. Okay, so the only other thing you guys would have to keep in mind is that if both of these signs were negative, then my answer would come out to be positive. I hope this video helped. Let me know if you need additional assistance, and good luck on your activity today.